Hi guys, and welcome back to the Golden Bungalow.
So today is the day it's finally arrived. We are now at 11 weeks old. Takoda has just woken up from his nap, excuse me, and he's had all his jabs, and as of today, he can finally go out for his first WALK. Right, wait. Break. Good boy. First of all, we've got to let him out for a potty, just because all he can do now is walk on roads. So we've got to set him up for success, and just literally all we're going to do is 15 minutes walk around the block. So we are ready. First thing I need to do, obviously get his lead on, get him all ready. So this is going to be a big test to see if everything I've been doing for the last couple of weeks has been working. So yeah, go on then. Up. I have got my bum bag, I've got poo bags, which hopefully he won't need to do one because he's just done one out there. I've got a hand sanitizer, and I've got his kibble in here, so we're going to constantly do that as we go around. So this is going really well so far. Now we've got him out the front door. Good. Just literally going through the same process I did while I was in the garden. If you get scared of something, I'm just ignoring it, because if I do anything along the lines of, come on, heel. Good. If I do anything along the idea of give him attention or anything when he's scared, that'll enhance the fact of the scaredness on him. And that's what we do not want. Heel. See, he's doing absolutely amazing. He is obviously noticing Jem with the camera, so he's getting a little bit edgier forward. Heel. Good. Heel. Come on. Good. So yeah, for his first time out, this is absolutely incredible. And like I say, he's got loads of distractions, but I did do a lot of distraction work with him in the garden. Because in the house, you have got distractions, but in the garden, you've got noises of birds, you've got Behaviour, who I used multiple times. Yeah, he's doing great. Good. Heel. Now I'm going to push him a little bit, just because of the fact he's doing really well. Perfect, he's sat down, and I'm going to get him across the road with me. Okay, heel. Good boy. Sit. Sit. Good. Now he's not experienced a bus before, so that's new for him. Obviously he has in a crate. Here. Sit. Good. He has, not in the crate, in the car and in the holster, but he's not actually physically experienced one going by. Heel. Heel. Come on. Heel. Good. Like I say, this is massively new. There's a cat over there as well. Heel. Come on. Heel. Come on. Heel. Heel. Now, one thing I have done is I've done this length of walk in the garden, which that's probably only taken us maybe, what, about 10 minutes? But I've walked him in the garden and got him used to that. Heel. Like I say, this is pretty much the first time I've ever been out. He's mostly been loose lead, and considering he's not experienced any of this, he's still figuring things out. Heel. Good. He's done superbly. Sit. Good. So as you saw, for Dakota's first walk out and about, personally, I think he did absolutely amazingly well. Yeah, he got very distracted at certain points, but then if you look at the entire walk, I reckon about 85 to 80% of it was loose lead. Obviously, there were some bits where he came out of his heel, but I brought him straight back in. Other things like leaves, noises and stuff, he got distracted, ears pops up. So that's where you give, with the slip lead, just a little pull, little pop, and he'll just be knocked out of that distraction, and then he'll be led back into his heel again with a treat or kibble in our case. So I think he did amazingly well. So yeah, let's show you what he ended up doing towards the end of the week. So I hope you guys can hear me all right. I forgot to bring the old dead cat that goes onto this, so it's a little bit windy. But we've, so we're now about towards the end of the week, of week 11. So you can obviously go out, as you saw in the last bit. We've come into town. So what I did, I haven't just ramped up to going into town. We did that little walk around our block. We then moved from the block, around our block, to a bit further over to the main road. We did that. This is the first time we're actually bringing Takoda into town, and we've just come to Cafe Nero, which we parked about 5 minutes around the corner, because obviously we can only walk in for about 15. So 5 minutes there, 5 minutes back. The rest of the time, literally, he has been like that the entire time. And I've got to be honest, this is an absolute joy. We even had a lovely chap come over just a second ago, and he did what I absolutely love. He came over and he asked, "Is it all right if I come and pet your dog?" That is just gold to me, because at the end of the day, there's so many people that do not do that, and you're trying to keep your puppy as calm as possible, and they'll literally say, "Can I pet your dog?" and they're already on them. You can't do anything to stop them at that point. And I've done that when I've been walking him. I've literally just pulled him away and just treated him and carried on healing. I've got full respect for people that obviously come over and then, you know, ask permission. It is annoying when they don't, because they could catch him at the wrong time. If he's jumping up and they're fussing him, that's going to positively reinforce the jumping up, and that's what we do not want. His jumping up is at home. He doesn't really jump up at all outside of that. So this is the thing. The more you stroke your dog, the more you're going to enforce whatever they're doing. So that's the best way of putting it. If you want to see more of something, add something, which is praise, treats, and everything like that. So when he came over, I just said, yeah, we're just going through training. You can see we were, because he's been down like this, and he's been down like this for the last 10, 15 minutes. It's been absolutely amazing. He's watching the traffic, he's watching people. One person did come over with their dog on a harness, and like I've said to you about harnesses, you can't control a dog very well on a harness. At least I find slip lead is perfect. Harness is used for long line for me. So it's just one of them things of just got to basically, Good. Okay, come here. Down. 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 Good boy. There you go. And that's another good thing. If you can find a little mat or something, so we can use it as his placemat. We did the same thing with Dave, and just put some treats and kibble down. And he'll chew on that for a little bit. That's the first time I've seen him chew, because like Jem said before on one of the videos, he inhales his food. But he's been literally great. I'm just ignoring him, watching about, obviously keeping my eye on him down on my peripheral and everyone else. And yeah, so I always find, especially with something like this, you just want, if anyone does come and ask, perfect, yeah, just basically say he's in training at the moment. And like I have said before, the word no is difficult. Some people they will say, can I bring my dog over? At the moment, I'll be like, no, because he's not had his full jabs yet. He can walk on the road, but also I want to be quite wary of that sort of thing at the same time. But when someone comes over and is like being really into it or being too fussy, the word no is difficult. So the best thing I've found is say, unfortunately, he's in training at the moment. So if you don't mind, just let me put him in a sit, and then you can stroke him, but just try and keep calm as possible, because that's what we're working on. He is quite excitable, so we're working on his calmness. That usually makes it a lot easier rather than the word no. Or if they say, if you don't want them to, you just don't like the look of them or whatever, you don't want them to stroke your dog, you just say, sorry, he's in training at the moment, maybe next time, or something like that. And I've used that a few times as well. Come here, down. Good boy, yeah. So it's been, like I say, this has been absolutely amazing. We've been here for about 15 to 20 minutes now. Lots of people have gone past. We have found something he doesn't like. He doesn't like the mobility scooters. So that's something that we need to sort of socially work him on gently. Like if we see one, go close to it, show no fear or anything like that, and he'll just suddenly see, oh, Dad's okay, so I should be okay, that sort of thing. So, but no, it's been an absolute joy, and it's been quite a test. We have pushed him in a bit of the deep end, but for his treat, he's got a puppuccino. It's a shame we didn't actually film that bit. We just literally had a young mum that came up with her mum and her 2 kids, and they just came over and said hello, and he'd done absolutely amazingly. He stayed on the floor. He slightly got up because he's not experienced a pushchair before, and literally I can't believe it. He didn't do anything. He just came over. He sniffed the pushchair. He sat down. His tail was wagging slowly. He was remaining calm. Yeah, I'm so over the moon with how he's doing today, and he's not scared in any shape or form. You know, I've still got his kibble. I'm still treating him every now and again, or give him a scratch behind the ear because I need to keep some of his kibble for the walk back. But no, he's doing absolutely amazingly. And like I say, this is all down to the Perfect Puppy course. I know, like I say, we're not sponsored by them or anything. I just want to help you guys out as much as I can with stuff that works for us. And like I say, you can see what's happening as far. You've seen, you know, obviously the first couple of videos. And yeah, he's just doing amazing. Just so you know, tomorrow, so it's currently Thursday, tomorrow is his 3rd jab, and then we've got to wait a week, and then we can actually take him out onto the grass. But so far, so good.
So as you can see, that went really well. We were really pleased with it. He was very calm. He looked like he was enjoying himself. He was following his lead. We even ventured into the pet shop. Now this particular pet shop has a lot of natural things on display. So you've got your pig's ears, your rabbit's ears.
It absolutely stinks.
To us, it smells awful as you walk in. It's right by the entrance. But for a dog, it's probably their delight. And you'd think that he'd be literally pulling us through the door. But he stood his heels in, because I'm not sure what it is. We think it might be doors and doorways, because as we're going into coffee shops, he does the same. If you open the door, he's not quite sure. So that's what we think it was, but we weren't, you know, saying to him, it's going to be okay, you know, you're all right, don't worry. We weren't really doing that. We were trying to lure him in with his kibble and just try and make it fun, and trying to get him down the aisles and walk around. And he seemed to, after a while, get used to it, didn't he?
He did, yeah. So while Jen was buying the puppy big snouts and the rabbit ears, which these are all perfect, especially this is through another course that we did. Boys, no. Another good thing, just before I go anywhere, the he's finally learned. So when he does hear that, he's like, oh, okay, I've done enough. So perfect on that. The
rabbit's ears, we were told, just Nick was about to say, are really good for their digestion. So when because they're hairy, as it goes through, it literally pulls it all through, if you know what I mean. So they're very good for their digestive system. So we get him a few of those. He doesn't have them all the time, he has them as a treat. But we've got some little treats for Takoda as well, which are It's called a balls pizzle, and you can imagine what that is. So it's like, what?
He loves it.
He loves it.
He loves
He
it.
chews on it, and actually that is great for when he's on his place bed. He chews that for about half an hour. So that is a great little bit of time out.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so as soon as we kind of got to the till, and actually the guy behind the till recognised him as well. He thought he'd got bigger because we'd been in there with him in the carrier.
Yeah.
So
it was
it was a lovely little thing for him to do, and all the smells, and obviously part of the socialization of it all. But we also found that he was worried about a mobility scooter that went past. The noise, the sound, the size of it. I mean, he sits in the garden and he listens and looks up at the planes that go by and all the birds that go by. So he was very in tune as to what was going past him at that point. And he tried to pull away, tried to walk away, and tried to pull back on the lead. But again, you weren't like, it's okay, don't worry about it.
It was just lure.
Yeah,
it was, like Jem said, it was just very much, you don't, because he dug his heels in, you don't sort of pull, because that can make it worse. So you just kind of, as hard as it sometimes is, you got to stand there and just basically show no fear, no nothing. And then if he sees you're okay, then you'll just maybe lure him around. That was his cat, his toy, by the way. That wasn't any of us.
It's a duck that he's got. He rolls on it, and it's.
You put him in the crate, and literally he'll sit on it, and it sounds like he's farting in his crate. But no, yeah. So no, it's with regards to the pulling. You've got to give them a little, but nothing too severe, and try and lure them around. And as soon as they see that you're okay, they should sort of calm down a bit. Because like Jem said, when we were in the shop and she was buying the pizzles and stuff, I took him around all the rest of the shop. But I was luring him, went straight back to basics of day one of heel work, and then branched a bit out and a bit more and more. And then before we know it, he was pulling. I did notice that, so we had to go back to basics. And then towards the end, it was the way out. He kind of planted to try and, he didn't want to go, did he?
Yeah, it is the door.
So it's the doors, we think, like Jem said. But yeah, so far so good on week 11. So guys, the real talk on week 11. But just before we do go into that, I just want to show you a little thing that I ended up pushing Takoda on, which came out really, really well. It could have set me up for failure, but I decided to just follow my gut and give it a go, and that was this. Good boy. Wait. And that was me literally going to wash my hands and put the coffee machine on. And I tested him, I think it was yesterday before I did that, just by literally walking out to grab my coffee that Jem made. And he was still lying there. So I decided to push it a little bit more and we got that. So that's absolutely fantastic. So, excuse me, the real talk of week 11. It's been a bit of a hit and miss on this one. It's not been as good as the last one, partly because we've obviously taken him out for the first time. Now, as you saw through the footage, he did very, very well, yes. We've taken him out every single day, sometimes twice a day, and into town and all these locations, which is really, really good. But he's doing things like he's pulling on the lead now, which is inevitable, really, because he's going into another area. He's also starting to play up a little bit at home. He's ringing the bell when he doesn't need to go out, or he's been very, very sneaky and he's holding a little bit of pee back so he can go out again to do it, and he'll ring the bell about 5 minutes later. We've now realised when he is dead tired, because he turns into a little demon. And he's a friggin' nightmare, I must admit. There are times when you're just like, if I had hair, I wouldn't have it right now. I gotta admit. But like I say, these are the highs and lows of having a puppy. The thing is we do have Medivh, and that's going to show us what he's going to turn out like, because I was the one that pretty much trained Medivh. I did about 95% of it. just towards the end of COVID. So I was in and out of work. Jem was working from home, and I pretty much just nailed the training. I was going out with him all the time when I could and things like that. This time it is very much 50-50 because I work shifts, I work earlies and lates, so which is really good because then Jem really gets a hand in it and she knows a lot more about it than she did before and things like that. And you get a lot of satisfaction when someone comes up to you and praises you for it, because we can't take them out together, not at the moment, because there's no way he would be able to concentrate and work on his heel walking with him there. Medivh would be fine, he would just be a nightmare. So there's no way we would do that. But you had a great experience yesterday, didn't you, with Medivh?
Yeah, a guy came over with 2 Labradors which were pulling on the lead. They were just very excitable. He asked if he could introduce him to Medivh and I said yes. Excuse me. And
It's tiring.
It's been a tiring week. And I brought him round to my side and made him sit, and they sniffed him and everything. And he said, "How did you do that?" So obviously they're trying to pull his arm off on this lead, and there's Medivh off lead and listening to the command, and he's very calm. But obviously it's excitable when you break him, but it's it's great.
Not physically
no. I said just break and go off.
Yeah.
It was great to get a compliment on what your hard work.
And the thing is, like I say, we're going to know, even though it has been a hard week this week, we know if we carry on doing what we're doing, he's going to turn out exactly the same. And then there are going to be times where if we can't sort of like take them out for the longest walk, we can throw them over the front and then they can play together. It is going to be great because he's constantly have company. Medivh is he is sleeping so much more because of him. And it's like you said to me about sometimes you just don't want to, do you?
No, you sit there and you're like, I'll just let him do what he wants to do. I'll let him chew what he wants to chew or do whatever. And you could, as much as you want to do that and you need to have a break, you can't do that because it'll set you back weeks of training. So you just got to keep with it. Oh my goodness.
And this is the thing, like we've said about, we had some great experiences with people with Takoda. We've had a couple of, not bad, but just negative, as in they'll ask to come and stroke him, but they'll already be hands on him while they're still saying it. And there was one point I had to step in front of Takoda to stop the person from doing that, because you do not want someone to enforce a behaviour. Because some people, they see a puppy, and they're just like, they just want to stroke him and they get really excited, which excites him, and then he gets the positive enforcement to be excited, and that's not what we want. We need to keep him as calm as possible. So you do have to step in, and this is like I said before about, he's in training, you can stroke him, yes, but we got to keep him calm because we're working on his calmness and stuff like that, and it does work. It does work. So it's not too bad. You just got to keep your wits about you, really. And that was like a little mistake I made of him, which is not going to happen for him. But they are puppies for a very, very short time, guys, like I've said before. So what I'm going to show you now, which I was going to wait for quite a few months because I wanted to build a video of it, but this just shows you how much he has changed from the point of him walking through the door till now. So you can see that's week by week of him changing, and you can see he's grown up so quickly, so they're not puppies for very long. So this is why you need to really, really keep up on the training, don't you?
Yeah, it's important.
But that is going to bring us to the end of the video, guys. We really hope you have enjoyed it. Like I say, we don't want to hide anything from you. We want to show you what we're going through week by week. You know, there are highs, there are lows, but we know if we push hard, role model Medivh here is going to be what we're going to come out with. So it is hard work, it is tiring. There are days where you don't want to do it, but you just got to fight through that and just do it. So like I say, we hope you have enjoyed it. Please put some comments below of what you thought of the video. Also things you might want us to do and show you, or a video made for it or something like that. But also if there is something you think that we're missing, please put that down below, guys, because we're always learning and it could obviously help benefit us as well. Please hit like and please hit subscribe to keep it more future content from us here at the Golden Bungalow. and we'll see you on the next one, guys. Take care, stay safe. Ta-da. Boop.